Have you ever wondered if people are naturally fair or just selfish? Let's try a little experiment. Imagine I give you $100, but there's a catch. You have to share it with a complete stranger. You get to decide the split. It can be 50 to 50, 99 to 1, or anything in between. The stranger then has two choices. They can either accept your offer, and you both get the cash according to your split, or they can reject it, and in that case, neither of you gets a single penny. So, what do you do? How much do you offer? This isn't just a hypothetical brain teaser. It's a famous thought experiment in economics and psychology called the Ultimatum game, and its results are absolutely fascinating, revealing so much about human nature, our sense of fairness, and why we sometimes make decisions that seem completely illogical. Now, if you think about this from a purely rational, economic perspective, the answer seems obvious. The person receiving the offer, let's call them the responder, should accept any offer greater than zero, right? I mean, $1 is better than nothing. If you're offered $1 for free, you take it. So, the person proposing the split, the proposer, should logically offer the smallest possible amount, say, $1 out of the 100. They'd keep 99 for themselves. The responder would accept the $1 because it's better than zero, and everyone walks away richer. That is the Homo economicus model, the idea that humans are perfectly rational beings always looking to maximize their own profit. But here is the twist. That is not what happens when this game is played in real life. Not even close. Across thousands of experiments conducted all over the world, with different amounts of money and in different cultures, the results are surprisingly consistent. Most proposers don't offer $1. The most common offer is actually a 50 to 50 split, and the average offer tends to hover around 40 to 50% of the total sum. Even more interesting is the behavior of the responders. When offers are low, say 20% or less of the total pot, they are frequently rejected. Think about that for a second. People are literally choosing to get nothing rather than accept what they perceive as an unfair deal. They are willing to pay money to punish someone for being unfair. This flies in the face of classical economic theory. Getting $20 for free is way better than getting $0. So why would anyone turn it down? The answer lies in a powerful human emotion, our sense of fairness. We are not just cold, calculating machines. We have a built-in aversion to inequity. When someone gives us a lowball offer, it feels like an insult. It feels disrespectful. Our emotional brain kicks in and says, "No way. I'm not going to let you get away with treating me like that." The satisfaction of punishing the greedy proposer outweighs the logical benefit of accepting the small amount of money. This act of punishing someone at a cost to yourself is known as altruistic punishment, and the Ultimatum game is the perfect showcase for it. Neuroscientists have even studied this phenomenon using brain scans. When a person receives an unfair offer, the part of their brain associated with negative emotions like anger and disgust, the anterior insula lights up like a Christmas tree. The more this area is activated, the more likely the person is to reject the offer. It's a battle in our brains between the rational prefrontal cortex, which is telling us to take the money, and the emotional insula, which is screaming that's not fair. Often, the emotion wins. What's also really cool is how these results can vary across different cultures. While the general trend holds true, there are some differences. In some small-scale societies where cooperation is extremely high and resources are often shared, the offers tend to be even more generous than the typical 50 to 50 split. Conversely, in other societies, lower offers are more common and more frequently accepted. This suggests that our concept of fairness isn't just hardwired. It's also shaped by our cultural norms and social environment. We learn what's considered a fair exchange from the community we live in. So what does this game teach us about our daily lives? A lot, actually. It explains why we might quit a job if we feel we rate being underpaid compared to our colleagues, even if the salary itself is enough to live on. It's not just about the absolute amount. It's about the relative amount and the perception of fairness. It explains why negotiations can break down even when there is a deal on the table. That would benefit both sides. If one party feels the other is being greedy or disrespectful, they might walk away out of spite. The Ultimatum game is a powerful reminder that human beings are complex. We're not just driven by profit. We're also driven by emotions, a desire for social standing, and a deep, intrinsic need for fairness and respect. We're willing to enforce social norms, even at a personal cost. When we make decisions, whether in business, politics, or our personal relationships, we're not just asking, "What's in it for me?" We're also asking, "Is this fair?" And that, in a way, is pretty reassuring. It suggests that deep down, most of us have a moral compass that guides our actions beyond pure self-interest. We want to live in a world where people treat each other fairly, And we're willing to make sacrifices to make that world a reality. So, let's go back to the beginning. You have that $100. You know now that if you offer too little, you'll likely walk away with nothing. And you also know that the other person is watching, judging your fairness. What's your offer? The game isn't just about money. It's a test of social intelligence and empathy. And how you play reveals a lot about who you are. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this interesting, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into psychology and human behavior. Let me know in the comments what you would offer in the Ultimatum game. See you in the next video.